Good evening, everybody. Hi, Julia. How's your week been? I know you went back to work this week and you had a vet appointment. Trying to get the camera to cooperate. There we go. Good. How was your week? Was it good? Good. Good. Good to hear. This will not be a very long live. 20, 30 minutes tops. Your plan was malicious compliance. It's not a bad plan. I spent a lot of time this week outside. Clear out some notifications here. It's just my notification on Discord that I went live. Yeah, I spent a lot of time outside this week, and yeah, taking care of a wounded animal. Trying to keep this train moving. So yeah, it's a lot worse than what. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we just gotta hang tight until we can make arrangements for her to get some help. She stopped eating and started throwing up. Oh, I'm so sorry. She was nauseous. Well, I'm currently dealing with something similar because Roxy won't eat her food either. She's just laying there. And her food has been there for 2 hours. I do not have pet insurance, Stella. So, and I've eaten once in the last like day and a half, so it's been a lot of fun over here. Honestly, pet insurance it's bad. As a person who used to work in the insurance industry, it's probably one of the worst forms of insurance. It's extraordinarily selective, and you kind of got to do it when they're young to really reap all the benefits. Yeah, we just paid out of pocket too, Julia. this particular situation will get taken care of. I just gotta get her to the vet. So they'll book me an appointment and I just gotta wait. So sure, Stella. So, very short live tonight. I may go live later on this evening so that I can stay on top of my goals and objectives. But we got some fucking problems in the community. And it may lead to me not really just making it very much further. So I am going to be trying to, over the course of the next several days and weeks, figure this fucking problem out and get us back to a place where I am able to grow. Want to make a couple things clear, and this isn't intentionally short live because this VOD will eventually make it onto YouTube. I have not given authority or permission or for anybody to go around speaking on my behalf. This includes giving anybody permission to go around and asking for help on my behalf. I've been getting screamed at in my DMs for about 4 or 5 months now, and I haven't really entirely been certain why, but at the same time, I don't think I truly wanted to face what the actual issue was. The goal of any of this has never ever been charity. The goal from the very first day was to share what was happening and to let other people get a glimpse of the experience that I was going through. Somewhere along the lines, my community, including many members of my community that have been here for a very long time, have lost track of that. And it's had an impact on me, it's had an impact on the content that I'm producing. But most importantly, I think that I've discovered after reviewing a lot of my own videos and clips this week, that after watching a lot of my videos and clips this week, that my community just simply right now is not showing me a lot of respect. And it's very frustrating because I do kind of sort of know what I'm doing. And after finding video evidence that I have explicitly shared with the community to please not do certain things, and it seems that many people have just chosen to ignore that. Not really, Estella, because there's no guarantee that we're gonna make it there. This is a part of the story that I'm sharing right now, and a part of why all of this is just incredibly, incredibly challenging. So these things have all been going on in the background, and I have even started to receive messages from people that have been following me for over a year who are telling me that certain accounts and profiles are making them feel uncomfortable. So we are going to make some changes so that I at least have an opportunity to grow, because nobody wants to come and join a live stream or be a part of a community where all that's happening is people are asking for money, whether it's for me or themselves or whatever's going on. So the community support channel on Discord is hidden from everybody. It is not removed, it is hidden. I want there to be a channel like that for other folks. Clearly, other people had other intentions on what they thought Discord could be used for. Discord is a place for us to say hi and joke It's a place for me to be able to share when I post a video or drop a short or be reachable when I'm not on a live stream. It's not supposed to be the place for us to do what we've been doing with it. Do I need help? Absolutely. I need help every day. But the best way to get help is to bring value to other people. And for other people, they just want to hear a story. We've replaced my story with the desire to see me be housed. I really appreciate all of the help that I get. I really do enjoy being indoors and being able to work, being able to make content for you guys, being able to write, having a place where I know that I can sleep. I appreciate all of that. But there was a point in time where the help was coming in a little bit more regularly, and it was coming in the right way from a lot of different people, just giving a little bit. A few people would step in a big way here and there, and eventually we had people helping out, on a fairly routine basis in a big way. But those small contributions of just like keep your head up and just, hey, want to help out with food here and there, those all made a huge, huge difference. And I'd say well over half of those people at this point have basically just cursed me out and kicked me to the curb or just gone dark on me over the course of the last 3 or 4 months. And at the corner of this is somebody is making all these people feel uncomfortable, and it appears now that I have verification that somebody is going around asking for money on my behalf, and none of those things should ever be happening. This is a life and death type situation. I have multiple times been in a really bad spot out here in the evenings over the last couple of weeks. I'm fortunate that I think I still might have a few people that I can maybe reach out to in an emergency, and this is an emergency situation with my dog, so I was able to get a little bit of help because of what happened. If you want to know how bad it got, go watch my latest YouTube video. But we cannot grow this community if all we're going to do is use my platform to try to beg other people to try to help me. I still to this day come into all of my live streams with zero expectations. For the people that have been here a long time, there are many, many nights where we run a live stream, TikTok, and now we're doing it on Twitch, but we'll do a live stream. Nothing changes from the beginning of the stream to the end of the stream, and I'm still sleeping outside. That's okay. I'm the one that has to be in these shoes and walk this path, and I'm the one that has to struggle. But I also understand people just, they want to be engaged. They want to hear a story, and they want to know what's going on. And right now, the call for me to receive some assistance is way, way, way too loud. So we have to make some changes. And we have to allow the people that are new to ask some questions for themselves and not be playing the game that we've been playing. This is going to make things incredibly difficult for me over the next, I imagine, weeks and months, as I have never not had some sort of income until recently. When I first became homeless, I was employed full-time in a commission-based role that didn't pay for me to afford rent, but it did pay for me to get a little bit of food. When I got let go from that job, I applied for unemployment immediately. And I had a few weeks where I didn't have anything, but people showed up in a big way. And during that time, I didn't have to ask for help. People were kind enough and supportive enough to step in and really make a huge difference. And then I had unemployment. By the time unemployment ran out, when they took it away because I was trying to make money for myself, when that point came, I had already had TikTok established, and we had already become a Twitch affiliate. This is the first time where I just don't have an income. TikTok's gone. I'm a Twitch affiliate, but that's been challenging because of what I'm discussing with you all now. I mean, that's a component. I gotta get better. I gotta work on my mental health, all those things. But the fact is, I've had 3 to 4 dozen people in my DMs cursing me out and getting really upset about other people coming in. There's a perception that there's another account that I'm managing. I just got my main accounts, guys, and then I had that one streamer account over on TikTok, and I never used that to communicate with anyone in this community. I just used that to make new friends. Things are tough, guys, but I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. Looks like we're having a little relapse issue with the ADHD, and that's something that in time can be resolved. But like, this stuff doesn't help. My leadership skills aren't as polished as they normally are. It's my number one quality that I usually bring to the table. And the one thing that I can say about this particular situation is I have spent some time this week going through the video, and like, I have expressed to people in the community, like, to not do some of these things. And people are doing them anyway. So we're in a very, very bad place. Obviously, if you've watched my latest YouTube video, Roxy's leg was legitimately a fountain of blood. It was pretty bad. And because I'm homeless, I can't do urgent care, so I have to just wait until Project Street Vet can get us an appointment, and who knows how long that's going to be. So she's pretty lethargic. She is just down on the ground right now, down for the count, and Dad can't really eat because Dad's trying to get her things to treat her wound. Like, that's just the simple fact of the situation that I'm in right now. So I don't know how things are going to go over the next little while, but one thing I do know is how to bring value to people. And I was right the first time. I was. People just, they want to hear a story, and they want to have the opportunity to get to know me, maybe ask me some questions and share a little bit about themselves. And a lot of the way we're going about doing things right now is just not that way. And I got a lot of this to own too, but like, I have been getting absolutely just destroyed by other human beings over the last few months, and it's a huge reason why I have not been doing well. But if you guys notice, I have been sleeping outside a whole hell of a lot, and a whole hell of a lot more than I was before. And it's the impact of people not, I think, just respecting the little bit of leadership I am putting out there. I'm pretty open. I wish I could keep more things private than I'm able to right now, but I'm a pretty open book here, guys. So to have other people just assume that they know better when I know how to make content in a way that at least it's something for you. I'm not panhandling on the internet left and right. I was focused on the story, and that worked. Yeah, I still spent a lot of time last year outside, but I also had a lot of nights where I had some help. And at the end of the day, being a content creator does include getting tips. And that was a part of this that I had to grow into and accept. So this is an intentionally short stream so that this VOD can be viewed as necessary, but I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about doing this, but I gotta fix this. I can't rely on just, a handful of folks to help me along during a difficult time. I'll make some content when the opportunity is there to kind of highlight some of the things going on with city resources, but the bottom line is, and I've repeated this dozens upon dozens of times, because I try to work out of being homeless, I have access to less resources. You get more resources when you just be, and you're just doing nothing. But if you're you're like applying for jobs and working a little bit here and there and doing things like content creation that brings in a little bit of money, that cuts into the resources that they think that they need to provide you. So my options are just completely stop building anything so that I can get just a little bit of help that doesn't really get me out of the situation. Or I can keep on trying to work and build a community and get to know people, work on my mental health, be open, tell stories and answer questions, so that this could one day maybe get me out of here if a job doesn't come around. But this is just, there's so much to this that needs to be balanced correctly. And right now we are very disbalanced. I have medicine for Roxy. So we have some things to help us along the way to try to help me keep that thing clean until she can be operated on. I don't know what we're gonna do otherwise, but the bottom line is we cannot have the point of focus of this content being getting me help. It's gotta stop. I started streaming on TikTok on December 30th of 2024. Between that date and Labor Day weekend, I think I asked for help 9 times. And it wasn't like I'm gonna ask for help, once a month on schedule or anything. It was, I had a rule of only asking for help when I really truly needed it. So I don't really know how things are gonna go. I still am trying to work through things, but I have determined that there are people operating multiple accounts on my Discord and on my other socials, including here on Twitch. And I found out that people are going around soliciting help on my behalf, which is not something that I've ever given people permission to do. In fact, the reason why I haven't done that is because there's open cases from people having done this when I first started making content. For those that don't know, I didn't ask for any help, nor did I accept any help the first almost 2 months that I made content. I just focused on making content. So I'm in a very bad place. My mental health ain't great, and I'm physically just very broken. I'm trying to get my dog to an operating table, and what I need more than anything is to just shift the attention off of how much help I'm getting, or if I'm going to get help, or how I'm going to get help, and just keep the focus on just like what's going on. Keep it on the story. If you're a regular, please don't ask questions in my chat over and over and over again. Especially in a small community like this, new folks pick up on that. Just come in here and hang out. Spend time with me if you choose to. No one's under any obligation. If you want to help, great. If you don't want to help, that's fine too. But no one's going to be asking you in these live streams anymore. And we're not going to be posting in Discord left and right. That wasn't what was working before, and it sure as hell is just not working now. And it's just getting people angry at me and upset at me, and it's isolating me. I have less people spending time with me than were spending time with me before, and as my mental health is concerned, that's not trending in the right direction. So I know this was a really direct and a lot of me yapping kind of a stream, but I need to ensure that I'm being heard. Man, I got a lot of people that I do care about in this community, and I do appreciate all of the help and support that I've received. I remain humble. Every night that I'm able to get inside, I am extraordinarily grateful, and that has never ever changed. The one thing that has changed is just I'm not doing as well. And we really just need to get back to keeping the focus and attention on the story. And I will try to find a way while I resolve these issues to find a way to survive over hopefully the next several weeks. And hopefully we can not lose too much momentum. I will make content as often and as regularly as I can. But this is why I've been dark this week. I've been trying to figure out what's been going on. I've been trying to ask some questions. I've been checking some information on socials. it's been really hard for me guys for a long time. I can live with the, you know, just get a fucking job and all those stupid ass ignorant comments. But to have people that I thought I was friends with come and cursing me out and all those things, that. So I don't have a playbook quite yet. I just need that stuff to stop, please. Pretty please. Like, we weren't ever doing that before. I don't know why we're doing it now. And, you know, if an emergency pops up, I'll just reach out to someone on my phone. There's fortunately maybe just, I think, 2 or 3 people that maybe I might be able to reach out to in a situation like that. But other than that, the help just needs to come when people want to. And that's okay. It really is. I have 0 expectations, and I truly don't make content like just to get housed for a night. I'm in this for the long haul and to try to resolve my own issues and hopefully bring some value to the world. So I'm very emotional about this. It's been a very hard week. There's a lot going on with me as well. But I want that to be the message that's conveyed in this live stream. I am going to try to get on for some gaming. Turns out that season 7 of the game I'm working on was my best season ever, so I don't want to lose that momentum, but right now this is the primary focus. So hopefully I see some more people a little bit later when the opportunity presents itself. If I don't see any of you ever again, I totally understand. This is obviously challenging to come to a live stream and have somebody just kind of need to reset the tone a little bit. But I promise you guys it's all for the better. I think myself included, we all need a community where we can come and just chill and hang. And that's not what this is right now. So, hope to catch up with you guys all soon. Again, always appreciate everyone having my back and following along the journey. It really does mean a lot to me. So hopefully I'll catch up with you guys all soon. And until then, take care.